All right, everybody. Real quick one. Got a better camera mount. So I had the suction cup mount that I was mounting here for 2020 ZX6R. I've got a GoPro Hero 9 Black with the Max Lens mod, which actually takes pretty amazing videos if you watch some of the videos on the channel. But one of the things is I had the suction cup mount here. On this bike, on my Z900, I've got the aluminum that clamps right to the handlebar, and then this thing kind of swivels and I can move it all around. I can face it towards me, face it that way. Really nice setup, very sturdy, not going anywhere out of the way. The suction cup mount works, but then it's kind of in the way, and when you're on track, I want to lean over and I want to have my head right here, and I can't, so I have to kind of sit up into the wind a little bit. So I was looking around for what I could do here. I've tried some do-it-yourself mounts and some other things, and they just never seem to work out. So I decided, okay, what if I get the RAM mount? Now I'm not gonna go through the video and take this apart to show you how to install it. Just search for GoPro, RAM mount ZX6R, and there's tons of videos that show that. But what I did find was by getting that and connecting that, and then the little coupler here, then they sell these GoPro ball mounts. And so now I can bolt my GoPro up, when I'm not riding, or I'm not videoing while I'm riding, I can loosen this and pop this whole thing off and then get the phone mount one and click that on and use it for the phone. So I can put that mount on there. I can move it over to the side so it clears the key. I can still get to that without any trouble. I can rotate this in any direction. I mean, these ball joints, you got two of them. So I can mount my camera up, lean it that way, have it facing back at me if I wanted to ride and do commentary or something like that. Get my, impressions of something, whatever. But this works really well. I can adjust that any which way I want. The camera's got pretty much crazy image stabilization and horizon leveling. So even if I don't have it aligned perfectly and it's slightly crooked, it won't matter. The camera's going to correct it in processing. So I think that's pretty cool. I'll put the parts that I bought off Amazon, but I want to say this is like maybe $30 all in for the base that comes with the different cone rubber sizes and the grommets and things to go in there. Then you got this short coupler. There's a long and a short. I would recommend the short, and then that little ball joint for the whatchamacallit, for the GoPro. And I can, rotate it anyway. It doesn't hit the steering damper. The only downside I can find to it is if when I want to go and, let's say, clean the air filter, got a BMC race filter in here, I have to take off the top steering nut, because even if I take this other stuff off and slide it out, this coupler right here will hit the tank if I lift the tank up. So I will have to remove this to get that off. Although I could maybe, instead of using a socket, just get a 35 millimeter box end wrench, and I could probably then get that without removing it. That was the hardest part of installing this, is getting that rubber piece down in there and getting it to not spin, getting it to be flared enough that it's kind of a balancing act. You want it to be flared enough that it can push against the sidewalls so that when you tighten it, it'll pull the screw in and make it expand more and kind of lock in there. But if you have it too compressed, then it won't slide in to begin with. So that's the trickiest part, is just trying to get enough tension to where it barely gets in there, and then you tighten it down. Other than that, this thing's going to be great. It's plastic. It should be pretty resilient, absorb impact, vibrations maybe a little bit with the rubber mounting in there. So we'll do some video this weekend if the weather's good and see how it is. But I think that's going to be awesome and hella better than that. Without having a bar, I can't do it the way that I've got it on the Z900. I can't lock it to the handlebar. Same thing that I did on the Street Triple RS. There's one mounted right to the handlebar. You don't have that option with clip-ons. And, my options are limited with the steering damper there. So that's what I came up with. I'll put links in the description, but the RAM mount seems to work really well. We'll get a test run this weekend, but I can't imagine it's not going to be awesome. So anyway, for those of you looking for a good option, go with that. The fact that it also doubles as a phone mount just by unscrewing this and pop it on your phone, the claw thing that holds your phone, that just makes, or GPS or whatever, that just makes it even better.